Well, karibu tena sana. Good morning to you. This is Sunday Best on KTN Home. It's good to have you. Thank you so much. Great music right there by the band that is here with us today. And I'm sure that is blessing you as well. We are talking about new beginnings. A lot has happened in this nation. We are here today. I mean, there are people who feel aggrieved. Others are feeling, others are rejoicing. And as a nation, we desire healing again. We desire new beginnings. We desire that things will get better because we've been in a season where unga imepanda, economy imekuwa na issues, and generally as a nation, even globally, we are facing a lot of challenges. Everyone desires a new beginning. So we are here. Our theme verse is Isaiah 43, 18 and 19 says, "Do not remember the former things, nor consider the things of old. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall you not know it? I even make a road in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." I'm sure you've heard about this. For some, they're thinking, what do you mean, a new beginning? Yes, we want to speak hope and a new beginning, even to our own personal life. So karibu sana, of course, with the Pastor Elizabeth Akinyi. I told you I'll be having her right here on set. Karibu sana, Pasi.
Asante sana.
It's good to have you.
I am honored to be here on KTN.
Uko blessed?
Sana.
All right.
Niko poa.
Asante sana. Pasi, of course you come from Ruach.
Yes, Ruach.
Ruach. It's Ruach or Ruach?
Ruach.
That's a former Papa Center.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So I'll give you an opportunity to tell us a bit more about
All right, Ruach.
yourself.
Oh, myself.
Yes.
I was about to tell you about Ruach.
And of course a bit about Ruach. Naona umejipanga.
Elizabeth Akinyi.
Right.
And Kenyan citizen.
Aha, I love it.
Sijui kama watu sema hiyo, but I'm a
Muhimu,
Kenyan citizen.
muhimu.
Yes, been around for a while.
Right.
I minister at the Papa Center Church, which is known as Ruach Assemblies.
Right.
We are based in four areas
Different
in Nairobi.
assemblies. Yes,
Yes,
areas.
4 different assemblies.
Aha.
There's one at Panari, there's one at Movenpick, there's one at Ruach Rivers, which is at Avila Cornerstone.
All right.
And there's one where we meet at KICC.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm primarily a teacher there. Yes,
Okay.
even though it's church, but I use my education and music that nilifanya KU. I use it there to also just combine, of course, with Bible teachings to empower people there.
Aha. So
Yes.
you're a worship pastor.
No. I was doing that some time back.
Okay.
But I'm primarily teaching of the word, discipleship, programs,
great.
trainings, things
Wow.
like that. Yes.
Wow. So at KICC.
At KICC.
All right. That's the
Yes.
central one.
That's the central one.
All right.
Yes.
Are they regionally in terms of the different west, east?
Yes.
There are categories like that?
Yes.
Interesting.
They're strategically categorized like that, as in for the different sections. Yes.
There must be
areas,
a
different
deeper
regions.
reason
Yes.
why that happened.
It's a strategy.
Of course, it's a strategy. Greetings to Rev Chula.
Asante sana.
Ukienda back.
I'll make sure I deliver the greetings.
Yes. So here we are, Pastor Elizabeth. A lot has happened.
Yes.
Before the elections, we know what happened. And here we are as a nation. Everyone desires a new beginning. There are those who feel aggrieved. There are those who feel, yes, we told you. There are those who feel, tuko tu hapo, tutabaki tu hapo. Nothing has changed.
Yes.
So we just want to speak hope
Okay.
and new beginnings to this particular situation right now.
Okay.
So we'll begin from there. And wewe mwenyewe, kama Kenyan citizen, I'm sure you're somewhere in all this.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, but every time we have elections, I remember school days.
Yes.
When you had different teams competing, whether it was netball or volleyball or basketball. Alafu timu yenyu kishinda.
Yes.
And the Mama Milka songs. And
Hey, Milka Boyo!
nakwambia kama mlikuwa mmeshindwa, mlikuwa mnasikia
Nasikia
kiwaru.
eh?
Ay. But when you are the winning team,
Yes,
you score for the others, you make them cry.
That's true.
It was a bad feeling. It was a happy, sad feeling for many people. Bittersweet for the winning team, the losing team. And that's the same with everything in life.
That's true.
Anything competitive in life. There will always be the very happy ones, there will always be the very sad ones. Then there are those who are just neutral. They are okay, they are just there. So it's life. That's life.
Right.
That's life. There'll always be someone winning. There'll always be someone better than you.
That's true.
Someone better than me.
That's true.
And I have to swallow that.
Yeah. Sometimes it feels very, you know, my wife the other day was telling me, grief, most of the time when we think about grief, we think about death. But grief comes in many ways. When you even lose a job, you go through a moment of grief. When you lose an opportunity, when you lose money, when you lose time, you are going somewhere to meet someone and you miss them. You actually grieve for a moment right there. And so I am sure even in this situation, there's someone who's grieving because of what just happened. I want you to speak to those ones.
Let's talk, you're talking about new beginnings. New beginnings are, let's look at new beginnings on both sides.
Right.
New beginnings or new things. Let's talk about new things.
New things, yes.
A new shoe, new shoes. Or anytime. I like shoes. Anytime. New dress, new outfit, new suit. New baby. Oh, everyone, the relas are there, the njaes, the porridge.
Celebrating,
something new, a new job.
Yeah, true.
But there's also the other side of new things. There's also the other side. A new baby, you will not sleep for 6 months. The baby is exciting, but you're having to cash every night.
That's true.
A new job, meeting new colleagues, a new boss, a new way of working, different work environment.
Right.
New things can be challenging. New things can be difficult. New things can be expensive. New things can be very uncomfortable.
Right.
You've seen our roads. And all the road construction, very inconvenient. One day, you passed there in the morning, there was no traffic. The next thing, the road is closed. It is messy, can be messy. Sewage, you've seen when they're constructing, sometimes they break through sewage. Can be messy, can be stinking, can be ugly. Sometimes our roads have looked ugly for actually quite a while.
True.
Until the other day when I personally used the expressway, I thought, goodness, I've reached here in what? So new things have both sides and new beginnings. And for our country, after elections and then the new government comes in, we have to deal with both. The good side and also the challenging side, the messy side, the expensive side, the inconvenient side, the uncomfortable side.
Right.
This is just, it's life. It's so uncomfortable. And we have to find how do you personally deal with change? Change most of the time is not comfortable.
True.
And yet, if I don't move, if I'm uncomfortable with standard 6, then I'll have to go back to standard 5.
Right.
I have to just bite this thing and just go through it, not press a button to escape it.
Right.
Escapism will not help us. Here we are, new president, new government. We don't like the guy at all, even in a dream, not even in a joke. I mean, even in a joke, hatutaki umse. But ndio hiyo, you saw them being inaugurated.
Right.
And you have to live with this guy for the next 5 years, if they stay alive,
That's
is.
true.
I mean, if God keeps them that long.
Yeah.
And the biggest deal is the renewing of the mind.
Right.
If I can adjust my mind to say, God, this is it. Well, whether people think this was legally done or rigged or what, here we are.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do we go from here?
True.
Where do we go from here? That accepting this is it. Because most of the time we have issues and skirmishes because we did not accept even the results.
That's true.
But now I need to find a way to accept. Okay, this is it. Whether rigged or not. Those are some of the very hard facts of the new, even a new president, a new government.
That's true.
And then find out, okay, how do I renew my mind to adjust to this new leadership?
Right.
What do I do? What will I do different? And personally, I've learned, having seen the presidents from the 70s, from our first president, I was already born before you were before you were born.
Not way.
I was around.
See way.
No, really, when the first president was dying, I was already conscious of what a president is. I was 4 years old. So I've lived to see the several presidents, and in the last few years, I've learned to pray, God, give me favor with whichever government comes in.
I like that. I really like that.
Whichever government comes in, nikienda kutafuta permits, kama ni visa, kama ni documents, kama ni I need intervention for the government to do something, anything government related. Give me favor with this government.
With that government.
Yes, because hata ukicheki Bible, some of the toughest dictators, akina Nebuchadnezzar, akina Cyrus, akina Darius, those are mean guys, bad. Yani, our leaders are in heaven. Tuko sawa. Lesser evils, wako sawa. it's to say, God, if waseka kina Daniel survived there, kina Esther,
right,
kina all those the three Hebrew boys wenye tunapenda kusema Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. Those are guys who served under some of the most wicked dictators, bad boys, bad, yani tyrants defined, you know, and they made it there. So I usually tell myself, Lord, irrespective of whoever you have allowed, because he does allow.
That's true.
He does allow. If
and
people,
that's why
if people want a guy, they bring him in. Yes.
For the authorities.
Yes. When you begin praying for, do you know how hard it is to pray for someone you don't like?
It's very hard.
so if and that's one of the solutions. When I begin to pray for whichever president has come in, even if I don't like them, God begins to deal with my own heart, attitudes in my own heart, mindsets in my own heart. Kama ni tribalism iko hapo ndani, Mungu anaona unajita umeokoka, ona hii tribalism, your tribal in your heart.
Yes.
Yeah, iko hapo ndani mahali. Hata kama umefunika na scriptures, iko hapo. And God begins to deal with the root issues in my own life when I begin praying for you who has come in who I don't like. That's why Jesus said, pray for your enemies. Because the person coming in might be your enemy.
Yeah.
And you don't like the guy at all. But when you begin to pray for an enemy, God begins to deal with the enemies within you. Within your own heart. Then you realize sometimes you're the enemy.
Una realize ni wewe. You're the enemy within.
Yes.
Wewe ndio unaji.
Yes. Wewe ndio enemy. You're a married man.
Yes.
The many times you've prayed, God, change my wife, change my wife, change my wife.
Hapa kwa hii mbadilisha.
But ni wasema married, Mungu saa zingine ukikaa tu chini unyamaze ufikirie vizuri. Many issues ni wewe ukose.
Unajirudia, unasema, actually I'm the problem.
Yes.
I need to deal with me.
Yes.
Wow.
So what am I going to do to make Kenya better? I don't like this guy. I don't like this leadership. I don't like this party. I don't like their policies. I don't like their points.
Right.
I just don't like everything about this new thing that has come in. And yet I'm not going to leave this country. Kenya siami. I have to find a way to survive in this country.
Yes.
I'm going to learn to pray for this guy, to start praying for wisdom for the person in the seat, to have wisdom to run this nation in a way that especially the common mananchi can benefit, whether it's just basic needs, food, shelter, education, basics, kwenda shule, the inflation, who will deal with this inflation thing? People in our shags are eating weeds, black jacks and matawi zingine zenye azikuangi, si kunde, si saga, si managu, si terere. Our shags, people are eating some funny things because of inflation. They can't afford, so they have to balance life. So they've gone back to eating some weird things. So prayer is a big key because it does not primarily deal with the person I'm praying for. It primarily deals with
you,
with me
as a person.
As a person.
I like that. And of course, you know, you've mentioned dealing with our hearts and our attitudes. Yes. As much as we don't like. And we're not just talking about the president. It could be your governor, your MCA. You're thinking, why did people vote for this governor, for this MCA? This is going, huyu ndio atatuangusha. You need to start dealing with that in your heart. And,
that's true.
And we're not saying it's an easy thing. We are not telling you, deal with it. May you have grace enough to start dealing with it and pray for that leader.
That's true.
Because when they prosper, your city prospers, your village prospers, your county prospers, you also prosper in there.
Yes.
Where is the place of tolerance in all this?
Where is the place of tolerance? Let me talk about where is the place even for the common mwananchi, but also the place primarily, the place of the church. Where does the church come into a nation like this?
Right.
I'm thinking, I'm a trained teacher. I did education and music.
Right.
I have a degree in education.
In KU.
This era of degrees.
It's important. Equal.
Than illegal.
I like that.
Yes. As a teacher, I would walk into the classroom and some students did well. Some students didn't do well in my class.
Right.
And as a teacher, I had to stick to the neutral. And that's a mistake sometimes as teachers, classroom teachers we made in the past where we've uploaded the chops, the sharp ones. But then your success as a teacher is determined by your weakest student, not the sharpest. So I learned as a teacher, the years I've taught in school, because I've been in and out of church. I work in church, but sometimes you'll find me in the classroom.
Right.
There are times I've had my music therapy students, children with special needs. From time to time, I teach such children. And I've learned if I can score with these children with special needs, who are, according to me, are the most challenging when it comes to learning,
right?
Then I've scored as a teacher. I've succeeded as a teacher. So it's to learn as a teacher to pull up these ones that are way down here and bring them up, at least up to somewhere.
Right.
That's how we get students in a class to all at least move up to the A.
Right.
Because you have 10 A's, but you have 100 E's. You're not succeeded as a teacher.
That's true.
They are a reflection of you.
That's so as a church.
Yes.
We need to pull together.
We need to pull
Especially
together.
the ones that are grieving, crying,
right.
Bitter.
Yes.
Up.
Yes, you have to understand each of them is your student. They are a reflection of you as the teacher.
I like that.
So there's this bright one that is making you shine. There's this 100 E's that are making you look bad.
Right.
And your promotion as a teacher depends on these ones.
True.
You learn to pull these ones. Yes, you affirm these ones, appreciate them, but don't overdo it. There's also this one that you need to empower and encourage and build. Wow. And that's the place of the church. So when I stand on pulpit, even talking politics on the pulpit as a church minister, I need to stay on the neutral and lift both sides.
Wow.
Thank you for coming in. You made it. We will be supportive of what you do,
right.
this new government.
Right.
We won't be anti-government.
Right.
But now there's this other group that is rebelling, that probably is thinking mass action, that does not like the new. Just to say, if you're going to enjoy the peace, Jeremiah 29:7, pray for the peace of the city that has held you captive.
That's true.
We will need to pull you up, because as long as you remain down, it affects the nation.
That's true.
It affects the nation's general welfare.
That's right.
So those are just a few keys.
I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, very powerful thoughts right there. It has to be a balance.
Yes.
I want us to take a pause.
Okay.
We'll be giving you an opportunity to share.
Yes, sir.
All right? So you can continue with the thoughts.
Yes.
Just speak to us and bless us as a nation.
All right.
As we get to this new phase as a country.
Sawa sawa.
Thank you so much. Oh, that's so
Karibu
powerful.
sana.
And I like the examples you've used.
Nashukuru.
All right. So we will be coming back later on with Pastor Elizabeth Akinyi, who will be sharing and praying with us. So don't go too far.